Bueno, gente, muy buenos días, soy Balser, vamos a jugar a League of Legends. Let's do this. No voy a estar hablando demasiado, así que centrémonos en lo importante.
Let me at 'em. Our rage is beyond your control. instincts are razor sharp.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. A summoner has reconnected.
Our rage is beyond your control.
What? ¿Hoy es sábado? Pensé que era viernes.
Minions have spawned.
That is our path. Do not deny your instincts, summoner. Do not deny your instincts, summoner.
A summoner has reconnected. First blood.
Our rage is beyond your control. Our instincts are razor sharp. We will not pity the defenseless.
been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner. Our rage is beyond your control.
Sí, gente, estoy fijándome en el móvil. Estaba fijando en el móvil algo importante. Un momento.
Beyond your control.
An ally has been slain.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner. We will not pity the defenseless.
Has been slain.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
An ally has been slain.
Control.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
An enemy has been slain.
Instincts are razor sharp.
Killing spree.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner.
kill. You have been slain. An ally has been slain.
We will not pity the defenseless. Defenseless.
Triple kill.
Their death will only feed our rage.
Destroyed a turret.
anymore.
We will not pity the defenseless.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Has been slain.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
An enemy has been slain.
Our rage is
enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
deny your instincts, summoner.
turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Do not deny your instinct.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Our rage is beyond your control.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Do not deny your innocence.
has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. An enemy
Our instincts. Our rage is beyond your control. The defenseless. Our instincts are razor sharp.
has destroyed an
GG, tengo que descargar el juego. Tengo que dejar la partida porque está muy épica. Hombre, pintaba cagada, pero ha salido una partida epiquísima.
Who questions my ability?
Our rage is beyond your control.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
That is our path.
Minions have spawned. First blood. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Our instincts are razor sharp. We will not pity the defenseless.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Your instinct summoner. That is our path. Do not deny your instincts, summoner.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain.
We will not pity the defenseless.
Vale, vale. Me la calculé esa.
An enemy has been slain.
That our rage is beyond your control.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Weapons are for
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
Killing spree.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner. Our instincts are razor sharp.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down. You have slain an enemy. Has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
That is our path. Our instincts are razor sharp.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Not be the defenseless.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Our instincts are racing.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
That is our path.
Ally has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Pity the defenseless.
Your team has destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. Shut down. You have been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
That is our path.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
We will not be the defenseless.
Shut down. An ally has been slain.
Instinct summoner. Rage is beyond your control. Our instincts are Our instincts.
Rampage.
We will not pity the defenseless.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Our rage is beyond your control.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Shut down. You have slain an enemy. Shut down. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. Engage.
Our instincts are razor sharp. That is our path.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Our rage is beyond.
slain.
Our rage is we will make use of their deny your instincts, summoner. That is our path.
Slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
We will not pity the defenseless.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. slain.
It's beyond your control. Our instincts are sharp.
Has been slain. You have been slain. Has been slain.
Our rage is beyond.
An enemy has been slain. He has destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
Creo que voy a descansar un momento. Vamos a descansar un rato. Ya acabó la WCS de la Valencia. Quería poner un poco.
He had probably the biggest success, especially when you look at the bracket that we have, especially when you look
actually in the second group stage, I mean in the second match against him, because of how well it worked.
He had probably the biggest success of her career, winning that IEM stop. That was a really big deal, $50,000.
Especially in the foreign scene, several folks can do to really make those mineral patches It's coming down, but it looks like Cyril is comfortable committing. As spines over there.
A little bit stronger, obviously the Queen's benefit as well.
And when you look at like Special and you look at like Rainer's like, I can't believe I'm winning so much. This is great. And when you look at like,
we've got our next competitors ready.
There's some builds kind of keyed up.
You know that Special is extremely well prepared going up here against Rainer.
Yeah. He's not afraid of the stage. He's played more games than Rainer. He's played more StarCraft. He's had experience on his side. And his mechanics are just incredible as well. Every time I sit behind Special and watch him play, it's really a treat.
And he's always been that way as well. He's just a very fast player, a very intelligent player, and so hardworking. He's one of these guys that just never stops practicing. So I think that this is just such a wonderful matchup for so many reasons in so many ways.
Looks like the issue has been resolved and we're getting back into the game. And it is going to be 16 bits. So 16 bits, one of those maps where it has that pocket natural. A few of the previous map pools have had a map like this, which means that it has a little bit of vulnerability to drops, but it's a very safe natural base.
Yeah, you can take this so quickly, and you're not really worried about any sort of crazy cheese or on, but of course that's one reason why that may end up working for you. Now, these two have definitely practiced together a decent amount. They've both been over in Korea for a little bit, getting ready for GSL Code S, getting ready for this tournament as well, living in that Unity household run by No Regret. And that means that obviously they know each other's styles. So there's going to be some mind games below the surface that are really hard to identify.
Yeah, both players practicing together a lot have probably come up with a few builds that we're going to see in the series that the other player will be aware of, but hopefully they have something up their sleeve as well. StarCraft isn't just playing better than your opponent, making better decisions and that sort of thing, but having a build that your opponent hasn't seen before or pulling a fast one out of the vision of them and surprising them with an attack can be the key to victory as well. A very quick map ending potentially in the series.
Certainly can be. Now, Rainer, I really do love his style. He's so good at the basics, at the mechanics. You know, he really knows what he's doing tactically. Special though,
Esto ya lo vi en el stream original, pero por ahora
he's gonna
vamos a poner
possibly bring in some really awesome strategies here. He's someone who can absolutely play the bio version of Terran vs. Zerg. He can play the mech style as well. In this game in particular, he went for that gas first, so we see him teching up very quickly.
And in fact, mech this is one of the better maps for it as well. Not only is there, not too much open space so the mech army can have those choke points, you also, because of that pocket base we talked about earlier, have a much safer double gas in the back end. You can only wall off 1 point and have 3 bases, potentially 6 gases waiting for you. And have a ton of income for that mech army. We've got a Hellion Liberator opening here for Special. He is still making Marines though.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Special is going to end up going for here, but definitely going to put on some pressure, at least with these Hellions. Of course, the Queens are ready and waiting. And, like you were saying, you have that back pocket expansion. So to have the 3 bases up, it's not too likely that we're going to see a lot of damage done by Terran in the early game.
Yeah, very, very unlikely. This Reaper here is not for damage, it's just for scouting purposes. He's
Vale,
doing a
tira
good job
un
of keeping
Reaper,
it alive
el
as well.
Special.
Grenades popping back those
El
legs.
bueno del
But
Special
that's
sabe.
survive.
He's trying to get over to these Hellions. The one volley gets off, but Special's plans actually being thwarted slightly right there.
Yeah, unfortunate there, lose that Reaper, losing a bit of information from Rainer, instantly starting that lair here, but it's a pretty regular timing. The Overlord comes to the main of Special, and did you see Stim spinning here? That's a pretty important thing for Rainer to see.
By the way, 2 or 3 Liberators already being made here, along with non-stop Hellions. So this is kind of interesting. It looks like one's going to the back. There's no Queen here to defend. Started, but yeah,
way too late.
Look at that. Really nice Liberator to start off.
Yeah, this Liberator is also recovering a bit of that lava as well, so these Lings are going to get killed in that egg or just refund there for Rainer. And the Hellions are getting beaten back by these 3 Queens, but the Liberators are really annoying for Rainer to have to deal with.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. Now, the 3rd command center coming up here for Special. His stim about halfway done. Looks like he's getting everything pretty comfortably, but we don't see the engineering bays yet.
Yeah, that's certainly true. So many Hellions here. A couple oh, wow.
He's been non-stop on the Liberators as well. This is not something that you're really used to seeing in this matchup that much. You'll see an early Liberator or 2, but this is like number 3, number 4 being made.
This feels like something that Special is specifically designed for Rainer here. These Liberators in the pocket base and in the main base doing some damage to the drones of Rainer. He still has
¿Por qué no manda unos cuantos SSVs a reparar?
And losing drones does slow him down ever so slightly. These Liberators aren't the cheapest unit in the world.
No, certainly not. But he's done a pretty good job so far with them, if you ask me, right? He's harassed the drones lightly. He's kept most of them alive so far.
Ha hecho buen trabajo, sí, pero no.
Absolutely everywhere.
Sabes, tiene muy buena salud las unidades, o sea que se lo puede perder en un momento. Así que tiene que repararlo.
And I'm glad to see that he's 1-1 started here with those double NG base.
Tenía que haber acompañado unas cuantas SSV, supongo, unas 3. 3 también.
Ah, that's unfortunate. This happens to me all the time.
Yeah. You find a cute little place to put down your engineering bays, and suddenly you're missing 2 SCVs.
I can lift those in Brood War, come on.
Look at this harassment, though. Just non-stop with the Liberators coming out of special here. Ooh. Even gets a queen maybe right here. No, not quite. The other queens come to the rescue.
Oh, just survives there with 18 hit points. Gets one out of there, but denying mining time, getting 3 drones, always nice there. You can see that dip in Special's favor every time the drones get pulled off the line.
Now, by the way, Maynard, we just saw something really interesting because he was going for the Roach upgrades. He was getting +1 missiles, +1 carapace, but he canceled one and went into melee. He's making a lot of Zerglings now, and as we see, our wonderful observer shows us right there that he spotted the double engineering bay because of the amount of Liberators, because of the amount of Hellions,
pero no puede, las SSVs pueden mandarlo nomás ahí a un lado y...
I think that Raynor misread what strategy
bueno, él es el experto, ¿no? Supongo que no les...
I mean, think about what he's seen here. All he's seen is a ton of Hellions and a bunch of Liberators. If you're making Liberators, that means you're not making medevacs, which is signs of bio. And,
ya que está al lado de la base, que envíe más, unos días que envíe por un rato.
Don't throw that stuff away. A bunch of red Liberators will die so quickly. But, you know, right now, Special just kind of getting into his bio play, starting to move out on the map a little bit with these Marines.
And he's reading him so well as well. Special's going for bio mine here, which isn't really the meta in TVZ at the moment. A lot of people just go blindly in attacks. But with Raynor going Ling Bane, the mine's going to be a big problem for him here. Of course, the Hydra is other end of the spectrum.
Look at this. The double Liberator siege up comes over. The Queen gets out of the way almost immediately, so good counterplay by Raynor. In the meantime, Special has to pick up his Marines and run.
Oh, this Liberator is so annoying. Are there any Queens in position for Raynor? It doesn't look like he's going to lose 1 drone at least. Potentially another one there in that egg.
Well, still continuing with his harassment. He's been
rompe huevos.
Turns around, tries to kill off that Queen.
Eso no me lo sabía.
Back, but I mean, he has been so active. You really see the multitasking skill here of Special at play.
Yeah, he's multitasking is something we brought up at the beginning of the series. He is just so good at it. Raynor with these Queens, though, starting to get a lot of active creep shimmers out. He's going to be able to connect the map with his 3rd and 4th that he has up now. Especially with these Hellbats and Marines, definitely want to face a Ling army here, and especially some Banelings without speed. But speed is about to finish for Raynor. This Overseer is seeing exactly what he's up against. There is 5 barracks production, plenty of Starport units on the way as well for Special, because he really needs to get that medevac count up.
Yeah, he certainly does. One thing I do notice is that 2-2 is on the way, but we don't have +2 attack. I wonder if there might have been a misclick here or something. Not having that +2 attack.
That's certainly a mistake.
That's crucial. You really need that against Zerg.
Definitely. You're dropping here in the pocket base, and he's doing a fair bit of damage. Potentially get the Spore Crawler. The Queen's really low in hit points as well. The Baneling's going to roll in now for Raynor, especially needs to get out of there. He does. Gets a couple drones and a few Lings, but not the most consequential of drops.
No, certainly not. And now we have those Hellbats coming up. They mostly get destroyed by the Banelings here. Special running up against these Queens, bringing up his Widow Mines. He'll go ahead and burrow those. Can he pick them off? That's a lot of high-energy Queens going down.
And they died instantly. Those Widow Mines. There's one left over as well. Connects with a few Lings there. Split's decent enough there for Raynor. He loses those Queens, which does suck. Oh, another drop here from Special. A lot more drones going down. 5 so far.
Special all over the place, non-stop, all game long. He's been harassing Raynor, and while Raynor has been deflecting it left, right, and center, it's doing a good job.
Nice play there from Special, baiting him with that Marine.
Qué bueno que es. O sea, hace lejadas y además ataca. Hace push y además hace ataca la economía. Hace las dos cosas al mismo tiempo, es increíble.
God, these mines just all over the place. Raynor is keeping up, though. He's got his upgrades being made very quickly. He's beating Special to 2-2, which is fantastic. But here Special comes once again. Raynor out of position here.
And look at these trades for Special. He's been so much more cost efficient. Raynor's coming down. A lot of these bio units are so stemmed and so damaged. The medevacs are out of energy, and they need to get out of here. The Hydras might get one of these medevacs full of units, though.
Just barely hits. Oh my God. Solo on health there, full of Marines. He has got to evacuate.
Certainly does. Spire is coming out here for Reynor. His anti-Liberator countermeasures and anti-Medevac countermeasures is Hydralisks and Queens. And he's going to switch gears here and get up into the Spire. He's feeling like the Liberators are going to start coming out here for Special, which is such a TY thing. TY loves having a lot of Liberators in the late game of TVZ. So this might be what Reynor's trying to do, just read the next stage of this game.
You know, I think he's going to be going for those Broodlords as well. It's such a strong hive tech against the Terran players, but Special keeping on this pressure absolutely everywhere behind it, producing a lot of siege tanks. He is looking magnificent, killing off.
No era necesario quedarse ahí, no era necesario para nada quedarse ahí. Hubiera alargado. Por lo menos hubiera salido del creep y ahí pues hubiera intentado hacerlo.
Oh, they are getting so low. He needs to go home and repair a little bit.
Pero es fácil quejarse, pero eso no baja esa presión.
I tell you, he has just been crazy this game. But behind this, he's kept up his macro. He's almost maxed out at this point. He's got a huge amount of workers. He's got great upgrades and so many siege tanks.
Double Ghost Academy going down here for Special. He doesn't just want ghosts, he wants nukes. And that's on the cards here for Special. As that Corrupt account gets up there, Great Aspire, like you mentioned, on the way here for Reynor. He's got Brood Wards on the brain. Ghosts are a good way to deal with him. And we have a lot of units here from Reynor, but not that many Banelings.
No, not really, but still, he doesn't have that much energy on the medevacs. Some of them getting picked off because they were so low on health. Another drop over here, so a tank push and a drop at the same time. Something you don't always see. A lot of times, Terrans like to get their units together, but Special pushing in so many locations at once.
And this tank location for Special is so fantastic. It's one of the strongest positions a Terran could be in on Lost and Found, or on the 16-bit rather. Catching that Queen. The Corruptors are coming forward, looking for the medevacs to push him back.
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't get too close, Reynor.
Oh, a lot of Marines there gunning them down. There was a drop going in the main. I think it got cleaned up, but he's going after this fourth base location. If he were to kill it, it would be huge, but Reynor rallying up all of his units.
Yeah, he's got way too many lings here. Looks like he's going to clean up these tanks and the bio as well. Is the trade good for Reynor, though? Special still.
Ahí lo ha visto, lo he pillado. Tenía que retroceder un poco, pero estaba jugando con él. A ver si se animaba o no a atacar, seguramente. Es que el otro ha calculado bastante bien cuándo hacer la presión, lo antes posible, antes de que y lo ha hecho antes de que llegaran sus refuerzos. 5 segundos antes.
So these two are tit for tat as far as upgrades, but the one thing I have to say is Reynor is known for harassing all game long, but have you seen any harassment damage on Special so far?
No, he's been on the other side of the map dealing with all of these drops. Reynor has not had the breathing room for these counterattacks that he's been known for.
And SCV has not died, Maynard. Not one.
Not single one. And that means you're doing it right here. Neo still frames? That's got to be a mistake.
I'm surprised you even know what that looks like, to be honest. You truly are a fan of StarCraft, my friend.
I casted a lot of free plays. We have some units of Special being caught here, and Reynor is starting to put the aggressive pants on. There's a planetary here, though. That's a bad trade if he wants to go in here, especially considering the tanks coming down here as well. Oh, maybe the Broodlords can make a difference here. There's only a few ghosts.
Yeah, with only 3 ghosts and 2 Vikings out, he doesn't have a very strong anti-Broodlord army, but he's added extra starports. He's got a lot of barracks, continuing to drop everywhere. I mean, Reynor doesn't have a second apiece.
And he's pulling back again. All these attacks that he's trying to set up, he's like, hang on, I keep leaving openings for the Terran. He keeps dropping, he's killing 12 drones, a dozen drones going down here. Special has more workers than the zone. He kills a hatchery as well.
Yeah, another hatchery falling. Special so on top of absolutely everything. Like Reynor, again, he'll come in, he'll clean up this drop, no problem. But, well, it is a problem. He keeps losing bases. He can't attack. He has to go back and clean things up.
It's like death by 1,000 cuts here. The Terrans just always in those drone lines. Off creep here is Reynor. Generally not where you want to fight. Those Banelings do not connect with the Marines too well, and they push him back.
This has just been such a game.
Ahí lo has visto, cuando estaba en desventaja envió el precio. Para ver si es un trade definitivo, porque el otro podía aguantar dos bases y el healing con los tanques. Podría aguantar un buen rato mientras el otro perdía la economía. Era un buen trade, era una trampa. Vale, estoy aprendiendo cosas con esto nada más. Es una trampa bastante inteligente.
You know, and he does have some bank. He is max out. So, again, Raynor's still in it. We keep talking about how well Special's playing, and for sure he is playing so well here. His multitasking has been out of control, and Raynor hasn't had a second to breathe, but he's still got all the upgrades. He's still got a sick air army as well.
So tenía que haber sabido que tenía que hacer vikingos ya.
Special's still going to have a hard time.
It's absolutely not
Es una defensa de
búnker,
búnker, aunque sea.
Now this hatchery is dead. If he looks at his army here.
Yeah, as soon as he wants it, it's his.
Yeah, he can target it down as a kill as well. No cancel, and gets on out of there.
Like this is the most continuous harass I feel like I've ever seen in Terran Berserk. It's so continuous.
Vale, como son lentos, podría haber aprovechado.
Like, it has been crazy so far, and now even the nuke's starting up.
Is he just manually detonating these banelings to kill that ghost?
So.
There we go. He gets it. He has to do it without detection. Can just hit X and detonate those banelings. Advanced ballistics and +2 on the way for these liberators, which is starting to get up as well. Raynor's going to have a good mix of corruptors and brutals here. Not too much of one or the other.
The Marines still being dropped all over the place. You know, when you don't lose a single SCV all game and you're on 80 as well as mules, you can afford to throw away drop after drop, keeping Zerg busy. And we see that Special continues to grow. He's up to 6 bases now. He's looking like a Zerg.
Yeah. He actually even looks like he has a macro hatchery with that orbital sitting next to his planetaries. He is looking like a Zerg, you're absolutely right. Oh, that dropship going to get picked off by those Hydras. It's a nice little edge there for Raynor, but Special still with this very scary tier 3 army, whereas Raynor's, his brutal account isn't that high. He doesn't have a ton of Vipers either. I'm not sure what the energy on those Vipers is either. Yeah, doesn't look like they're there with that army, but there they are. They're juicing up here in the main base.
Okay, well, they are going to be ready moving forward, and that is going to be a very powerful weapon against Special. But, you know what? Actually, his ghost count is really not that high. I was going to say he should be able to EMP and all that, but it seems like his ghosts are mostly running around nuking right now.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. This would be a tasty nuke if it comes down, but Raynor really on top of this nuclear defense here. He's just catching those ghosts before the bombs hit. And Special just continuing to replenish those ghost academies with nukes. In fact, he's making 2 more. They're actually a very cheap structure. They're only 50 gas, so
yeah,
it's absolutely worth it to make a few more. And just in case you get a bit of a gas bank, make more nukes. Another hatchery under threat here. How many hatcheries has Special killed in this game?
It is actually insane right now. 6 hatcheries going down.
God.
That is a very rare number to see. And the fact that Raynor is still so big is impressive, but this harassment has been madness. Look at the creep spread. You put Raynor against any Terran in the world, and his creep spread is over near their base by now.
Yeah, there's been way too much presence of the Terran on this corner of the map. These drops have not stopped. I can't think of a single second in this game where there hasn't been medevacs full of Marines trying to hit somewhere.
Oh, it's actually just, this is the most action-packed, like, non-stop harassment from a Terran player. You cover up these name tags, and you're like, oh, this is probably Maru. This is probably Maru,
it's got to be Maru.
Here's the thing, too. I think that Special, everyone knows he's one of the top Terrans in the world, but I think he's even underrated, man. This guy is just on another level, and he is showing it here today.
He has 10 more workers than the Zerg, and it looks like Raynor is finally attacking here. Going for that planetary. Caustic spray here on the planetary as well, but a repair there for Special. Might be able to keep it alive long enough for his army to react, and it is coming down here. So many Vikings!
Oh my gosh, but parasitic bombs could ruin his day here. Brings him up, but has to pull back for a moment. The Ghost coming up, trying to snipe. They do hit a few.
Oh, that's a juicy armor shredder missile right there. All the brutal is covered in Dorito dust, as Nathanius would say. And they cannot stand and fight. It just really wouldn't be a good trade for Raynor to stand there. And he also lost his Vipers. Those ghosts.
Oh, that's rough.
EMPs and snipes. An attack on the north side, though. This could be a lot better for Raynor. He just gets a tank. Is he going to commit with a few more units? Looks like he will.
All right, he might be able to pick that off if he wants to utilize the Banelings. Looks like he does it. Turns around. Of course, another drop from Special. Absolutely never stopping here on 16-bit. All over the place, actually having a little bit of a miscontrol there, but does stim forward.
Oh my God.
And hatchery number 7 might be going down. No, it looks like he's going after drones for the time being.
11 drones is actually even more damage than killing hatchery number 7. Oh, looks like Raynor hasn't caught this nuke yet. Ah, he should be able to get it. No problem.
Yeah.
There we go.
But still, look at this. Just at every moment, your base is under attack, your base is under attack, your base is under attack. Raynor has to be so annoyed at this point.
And I think when Special got near steel frames, I just saw the number of spaces on the command center there. So Special, I think he meant to get building armor, but oopsie daisies.
That's fine.
He is still playing so well, though.
Yeah. It's a small thing, but, you know, here we go. Once again, Raynor trying to push. It looks like he's going to set up some spores over here to try to help himself out. Ghost coming forward. Those Broodlords coming up for the snipe. Of course, there's a lot of to and fro here. If you get the parasitic bombs off on these Vikings, they take damage so quickly. Oh, goodbye, hatchery number 7.
There's number 7, and it looks like Command Center number 1 about to go down here. Planetary as well. And a bunch of SCVs.
Finally, we see that harassment coming on. I guess when Special gets up to 8 bases, that's when you can start to deal some damage to him.
It is tough to defend 8 bases in StarCraft.
Yeah, especially as a Terran player. That's a fact.
Liberator coming into play again here. No Ultralisks to have to deal with, so they're just being used for harassment here. Can be helpful against, you know, Hydras, Lings, and Banes, you know, just to cover your planetaries and choke points, just like Special's doing right now. Corruptor's coming forward, they're getting a medevac here for free, and you're just absolutely right, Artosis. The dance of TVZ is happening here, where the Vikings are just trying to keep away from those Vipers, but also want to try and pick off Broodlords as well as they can. And there's those Liberators, like I said, helping out against the Broodlings.
Yeah, and you see that at this point, Special has slowed down on the harassment a little bit. I feel like the harassment really has done his job very well, but right now, he has to respect this army of Raynor. If he doesn't have a full teched out army against this, then he is never going to be able to hold his spaces.
Changeling massacre here, but
and a creep tumor.
And a creep tumor. Oh my god. But Special's just pushing back Raynor here. It's a bit of a spore crawler push from Raynor. Keeps holding him alive. Going for the planetary again in the north side. Special's army is on the south side of this map. He's breaking off a few forces to come up to help out here.
Yeah, this is some nice harassment from Raynor. He's not giving too many units up here. A lot of Banelings, very cost-efficient units, but Special comes up to try to clear it out. Some nice micro. I mean, he will end up clearing that. Does he save the command as well? It looks like he does.
Yep. Not on fire yet, so it's not burning down. SCVs, if they survive, should be able to handle this as well. And, yeah, the main fight here is in the middle, or in the south side of the map, rather. The Ghost, the Vikings, the Raven even, down here, continuing to mess around with Raynor. And there's those trades all game long. Actually, surprisingly close.
All right, looks like it's abduction time. Abduct in and snipe it down with these Corruptors. The Ghost trying to cover all of his flying units here.
Ooh, a little bit of a mismove there from Raynor, losing a few Hydras for free. It's a very delicate dance here this game. If Raynor cracks Special, if either player makes a mistake at this point, it could just snowball and overwhelm. Parasitic bomb on the Vikings. Special splitting as well as he can, but he's actually taking a lot of damage on the Vikings. Raynor committing here, setting in the ground forces as well as the Broodlords. Is this his moment to strike? He's killing so many air units. Oh my god, that Ghost.
Yeah, even saves his drones from it, though. A great move indeed. Now these Corruptors, even with that anti-armor missile on him, pushing forward and trying to get through these flying units. The Vikings coming up, though, will push them back.
And not that many Corruptors left here, so the Vikings, as they come up with those upgrades, are going to start to chase them down. The Broodlords are keeping the bio back, which means this planetary to the south is out of threat. Raynor finally flexing his muscles here and making Special have to pull back and worry here. No drops for quite a while here from Special, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? Special, like, he has played an amazing game. I think it has impressed myself. I know it's impressed you, Maynard, everyone watching. But if you look at it right now, Raynor has just lived through everything and is now really starting to bully Special. He's having a hard time holding on. He can't remax. His economy is so low at this point.
Both players have a pretty low economy, but the army supply for Raynor is so huge. So the massive advantage. Double the army supply of Special here.
Raynor, I mean, his bank isn't big, but his army is scary. Okay, he's got that big stick right now, and he is trying to bludgeon Special. If Special, though, can hold on for a little bit longer, if he can get enough SCVs and mules at these expansions and that's a great move, though.
And the late game, you're going to have turrets around your planetaries just because the Corruptors can be so annoying like this. That planetary is going to go down. He can't repair through that much caustic spray.
No, certainly not. It will fall, losing a lot of his income right there. He's going to fly another command center over. But that can just happen again. It's very hard to hold this many bases, especially spread this far. Look, Special has the bottom of the map and the top of the map. And he can't have his army everywhere.
No, certainly not. They're only strong when they're together, whereas Raynor can split off some very cheap units. Special's cheap units are the Marines. Raynor has Lings. And you see the Lings were going to go for an attack through the top end side, but they're pulling back for this drop. Oh, actually might have just been a walkover here And he's going for that hatchery and some drones as well. The Marines should get it, and down it goes.
Yeah, hatchery number 8 does fall, so he continues to get some of this counter damage on, but if you look at his bank, it's just non-existent. He's having such a hard time continuing to make units, and now we see all these extra units. It's like if you're fighting against this air army, those Marauders, they aren't going to really do that much for you. He's got to do some link cleanup, maybe do some harassment with it.
I feel like these Marauders are actually something that's holding Special back a little bit. There's not a whole lot that the Marauders can deal with. They can trade well against the Banelings. They're very good against structures, so maybe, you know, attacking hatcheries with them might be nice. But look at this army of Reynor. It's very, very good against what Special has here.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard for him to hold on against. He's got one Viking right now and one Ghost. His anti-air is simply not enough. He needs to get lucky at this point. See, he launches a nuke hoping to catch that army, but it doesn't seem like that's going to occur.
Yeah, I mean, he only has one Ghost now.
Yo creo que debió haber seguido el Haras
and that's just because Special just hasn't had much gas. He can't afford these units that are so important for a late game Terran against Zerg. And Reynor, he still has a bank. It's not an impressive bank, but it's still a bank. It's much better than the Terran, so he's just playing this late game perfectly here.
Yeah, he's just done so well to lose this many bases, take this much damage
un
from
drop de
harass, and
Marauders,
still be in such a position. Now the caustic spray is
Sí,
coming out
por,
again on another planetary. Special's coming down with a big chunk of army while harassing over here. But I don't think he can save that planetary down south.
I don't think so. Caustic spray again, a thorn on his side. Still no turrets on these planetaries, so the Corruptors are just having free reign in the sky. If there's no Marines or Vikings there, they're just going to continue to caustic spray down these planetaries. Special just doesn't have the resources to be able to afford turrets even. He's just continuously below 100 minerals.
Yeah, well, that's where Raynor's at as well, but his army is so good still. He's got a great composition together. His anti-air is so strong, it's hard to make the air units to kill his Broodlords.
And he's getting pushed back in the middle of the map here. Reynor pressing the issue to the north. He has a bunch of units moving through the middle as well. Looks like that might have been the Broodlords in the middle. Special coming down with some tanks and some bio units. And yes, they are very strong against Lingbane Hydra. Does he have countermeasures for these units, though?
Yeah, those Broodlords.
Mira, ya estaban solitos los. Es que es así. Si son tan lentos los Broodlords, ¿por qué no haber hecho?
A couple good snipes. Slowly but surely.
Losing a Ghost, though, really hurts
¿Por qué no
Special.
haber hecho una emboscada?
And he's going to stand and fight here, but this might be the last engagement. Reynor is pressing
Creo que estaban
forward.
así. Vio que estaban cambiando de lado, seguramente los Broodlords están acompañando.
Couple tanks in the planetary to fall back to, but with
tiene
this
más
many
manos que yo,
Broodlords
pero
and this many Corruptors, it's just way too much. And the teenager from Italy, the Zerg Reynor.
que aquí la gente no toma en cuenta que algunas unidades son muy lentas, como los Carriers, los Broodlords. Ahí tienes que cambiar de lado porque puedes tener una pequeña oportunidad. Pero eso era antes, cuando movía. Claro, hubiera hecho eso. Mover de lado el ejército, esperar a que caiga en la trampa y cuando esté moviendo los Broodlords, atacarlos. ¿Sabes? Porque van a ser los últimos. Cuando tenía un montón de vikingos.
And truthfully,
pero hubiera atacado la base quizás si era su income y tal y cual. Es que también es muy arriesgado. Hay que tratar de...
even at that point, we're gonna hit some more Terran-favored maps like Dreamcatcher and Catalyst.
¿Cómo transpiran estos? ¿Por qué no les ponen un aire acondicionado, tío?
No matter what, but Raynor, I mean,
así no pueden presentarlos,
nothing short of impressive.
I'm amazed he can play so well.
Son estrellas de televisión y tal, tienen que ir bien preparados.
He's got the style, no doubt about it. This is the future of esports that we're looking at.
Yeah, that's right. The new generation, of course, Clem as well. Someone I'm going to be seeing a little bit later here.
Of course, the past, the present, and the future as well over on the side of Special. Someone that I don't think he's ever going to give up on StarCraft, man. He's been playing longer than anyone else left in the tournament. Loves the game, continues practicing so hard. I can't imagine him having any career other than pro gamer.
No, he's been a grinder for
Vale, creo que podemos continuar.
Who questions my ability?
Es lo único de alemán que sé. ¿Y por qué es un chiste que eso no? Ahora que lo pienso, tiene mucho CC y esto, además es el Veigar. Mal pick parece. Como no nos avivemos en early, esto va mal. Aunque el Six y el Veigar son un pastel, así que... Ok, la dudes.
Instincts.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Your control. deny your instincts, summoner.
Minions have spawned.
That is our path. Our instincts are razor sharp. We will not pity the defenseless. Our rage is beyond your control. Their fear is wise. That is your instincts, son. We will not pity the defenseless. Our instincts. Our rage is beyond your control.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Our rage is beyond your Our instincts.
been slain. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
We will not be the defenseless.
Enemy triple kill. An ally has been slain. Has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. A summoner has disconnected.
That is our path.
Your turret has been destroyed.
We will not.
A summoner has reconnected.
Our rage is beyond your control.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Our instincts are sharp.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Do not deny your instincts. Instincts are razor sharp. We will not rage is beyond your control. That is our path.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Do not deny your instincts. Fist.
An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
Instincts.
An ally has been slain.
We will make use of their pelts.
Killing spree. An enemy is dominating. Shut down. Shut down. Double kill. An enemy has been slain.
Feed our rage.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
is beyond your control. That is our path. Our rage is beyond your control.
Una vez que no pongo el puto macro ya viene una Tristana con Stone Racer, es increíble.
questions my ability? Who questions my ability?
Our rage is beyond your control.
to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
That is our path. Our instincts are razor sharp. Guides our fist.
First blood.
We will not pity the defenseless. instincts are razor sharp. We will not pity the defenseless.
Enemy has been slain.
Instincts are razor sharp.
Killing spree.
That is our path.
An ally has been slain.
We will not pity the defenseless. Our instincts.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
We will not pity the defenseless.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Do not deny your instincts, summoner. instincts are razor sharp. That is our path.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
instincts are razor sharp. Do not deny your instincts, summoner. We will not pity the defenseless. Our instincts are razor sharp. is our path.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed the turret.
That is do not deny your instincts, summoner. Our instincts razor sharp. Rage is beyond.
Rampage. Rampage. Double kill. Unstoppable. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Vale, estamos de vuelta. Pobre Lux. Pues nada, es así, patria. Bueno, gente, tenía planeado hacer un stream en 3 horas, no de 4. Duramos 3 horas 40 minutos, yo creo que ya es suficiente. Yo voy a seguir jugando otras cosas y viendo otros streaming. No sé si es legal, por eso es que no lo estoy haciendo. A veces me resulta más cómodo jugar y ver otro streaming, a veces que dicen cosas interesantes y me pongo al día y tal. Pero también tengo que subir contenido de calidad, ¿sabes? Porque cuando me pongo a streamear, pues tengo que ponerme las pilas. Y si no streameo a veces, pues no me importa manquear un poco, porque a veces me relajo y tal. Y claro, esa es la parte positiva de no streamear, pero a mí lo que me encanta es subir los vídeos y tal, pero también para descansar viene bien, ¿eh? Jugar sin tanta presión. Bueno, gente, espero que les haya gustado. Dejadme un like, suscribirme, comenten y nos vemos mañana. Mañana, supongo que mañana, sí. Bye bye, muchas gracias por todo.